President Trump's border czar is in Chicago today as immigration and customs enforcement officers carry out targeted raids on people marked for deportation.
Our Brona Tumulty is live with our top story. Brona.
Good evening, guys. We do know that ICE made 956 arrests on a national level today. They have not provided numbers specific to Chicago. We reached out to Chicago police. They say they have no hand in these operations. The aldermen we've spoken with say that the federal agents are under no onus to provide information about what's happening within the wards. But we do know that agents were definitely in Chicago and there were people placed in federal custody.
God bless the men with ICE. As you've seen today, we're not sweeping neighborhoods. This is a target enforcement operation. We spent a lot of time investigating these people. We know exactly who we're looking for.
Tom Homan, President Trump's border czar, in Chicago today alongside multiple federal agencies like the FBI and the DEA. New video released this evening from Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, shows those arrests happening over the last few hours. WGN has learned agents showed up to at least 2 Albany Park buildings today on the 4900 block of North Drake and the 4800 block of North Central Avenue, but Alderwoman Rosanna Rodriguez of the 33rd Ward says no one was taken into custody to her knowledge at those locations. Chicago police not part of the crackdowns due to the city's Welcoming City Ordinance, which means CPD does not assist federal immigration authorities with enforcement action solely based on immigration status. But there have been hundreds of immigration-related arrests around the country inside the last week. The primary goal being, according to Homan, to round up undocumented individuals with a criminal history. But he's stated in interviews that no one is off the table.
Let me explain that. There are collateral arrests. Where do collateral arrests happen? Sanctuary cities.
One of those collateral arrests, as coined by Homan, may have happened in Hermosa today, with sources telling us a husband and father of one with no criminal history was detained on his way to work. His family only made aware something was amiss when he didn't show up for his shift.
They're going after people who are law-abiding, who are holding down jobs, who have families here.
Governor Pritzker stating today he's all for deportations of criminals, not of those contributing to the community.
When we're talking about violent criminals who've been convicted and who are undocumented, we don't want them in our state. We want them out of the country.
This Governor Pritzker, and the mayor, they want to vilify the men running ICE. ICE saved children today.
Back in Chicago, Homan levying criticism earlier at both Pritzker and Mayor Brandon Johnson, accusing them of fear-mongering, following erroneous reports from some media outlets last week that ICE had shown up at a CPS school. Those agents turned out to be from the Secret Service. Homan insists their operations are targeted and the world should take note.
It's sending a strong signal to the world our border's closed.
Now, the mayor did tweet tonight saying and acknowledging that there were immigration officials in Chicago and stressing the importance that people are aware of their constitutional rights. If anybody is unsure of those rights, we've added some information and resources to this story on our website. We're live tonight in the North Side. Brona Tumulty, WGN News.